It started small, the kind of thing you brush off because it's easier than thinking too hard about it. I was lying in bed around 1:30 a.m., scrolling on my phone, the whole house quiet in that heavy, late-night way where even the walls feel like they're listening. Then I heard it faint, almost like it slipped between sounds instead of through them. "Daniel." I froze, staring at the ceiling, waiting for it to repeat, hoping it wouldn't. For a second, I convinced myself it came from my phone, maybe a video or a notification. But when I turned the screen off, the room went completely silent again. I let out a nervous laugh, told myself I was just tired, just imagining things. Then it came again, clearer this time, closer. "Daniel." Not from outside, not from the hallway. From inside my room, from the closet. I sat up slowly, my eyes locked on it. The door was shut like always. I hadn't opened it all night, and it was one of those doors that scraped loudly whenever it moved, so if anything had been inside, I would have heard it. I called out, barely above a whisper. "Hello?" Nothing answered. Just silence, pressing back at me. After a minute of staring, I forced myself up, walked over, and yanked the door open in one quick motion. It scraped loudly across the track, echoing in the quiet room. Inside, nothing. Just clothes, shoes, a box of old junk. No space for anyone to hide, no movement, no sound. I stood there longer than I needed to, checking every corner, every shadow, until I finally convinced myself it was nothing. I closed it, locked it, and went back to bed. But I didn't really sleep that night. The next day, I tried to forget about it. Told myself it was just my brain playing tricks on me. But that feeling didn't go away. That quiet, nagging sense that something didn't add up. By the evening, I was at my desk, gaming with my headset on, lights off except for the glow of my screen, the closet behind me. I was mid-laugh at something my friend said when I heard it again, clear as day, cutting through the game audio like it didn't belong to the same world. "Daniel, right behind me." I ripped my headset off so fast it hit the floor, my chair spinning as I turned. The closet door was still shut, locked. I just stared at it, my heart pounding, trying to make sense of something that didn't make sense. I even asked my friends if they heard it, but of course they didn't. Why would they? That's when I started feeling it, that creeping wrongness. Like something was slightly off, but I couldn't prove it yet. That night, I decided to test it. I locked the closet, wedged a chair under the handle so it physically couldn't open, then set my phone up to record it while I slept. If something was there, I'd catch it. I don't remember falling asleep, but I remember waking up, suddenly, violently, to my name being whispered right next to my ear. "Daniel." I shot up, heart racing, the room darker than it should have been, like the shadows were thicker. I turned toward the closet. The door was still shut, the chair still in place. Nothing had moved. But the voice hadn't come from across the room this time. It had been right beside me. The next morning, I sat on my bed staring at the recording, not wanting to press play because, as long as I didn't watch it, I could still pretend none of this was real. But I pressed it anyway. The video started normal, just the closet, still and silent. Minutes passed. Nothing. Then, around 2:13 a.m., the audio changed. A faint sound, like breathing, coming from the direction of the closet. Not mine, not the room's. Something else. The breathing got louder, and then the whisper started again, repeating my name over and over, soft but insistent, like it was trying to get my attention. "Daniel, Daniel, Daniel," and then the door moved, just slightly, even though it should have been blocked, just enough to create a thin gap of darkness. I paused the video, my hands shaking, then replayed it slower, frame by frame, and inside that gap, in the dark, something moved, a face. Not fully visible, just pale skin, part of an eye, too wide, too still, staring directly at the camera. I dropped my phone. I didn't open the closet that day. I didn't even go near it. That night, I pushed my dresser in front of it, locked it again, added the chair, and slept with the lights on. It didn't help. At 3:17 a.m., I woke up again to the whisper, but this time it wasn't coming from the closet. It was moving. Daniel. Closer. Daniel. Closer. Until it was right next to my bed. I turned slowly, expecting to see something, anything. But there was nothing there. Just empty space and that voice, right beside me. Then it spoke again, differently this time, like it had been waiting. "Why won't you open it?" My blood ran cold. I whispered back without thinking. "I did. There's nothing there." There was a pause, then a soft, almost amused reply. "You didn't look deep enough." Something creaked behind me. I turned. The dresser hadn't moved. The chair was still there. But the closet door was open. Just a crack. And inside, it wasn't normal darkness anymore. It felt wrong. Like it was swallowing the light instead of reflecting it. Something shifted in there, not stepping out, just enough to be noticed, like it was waiting. "Open it," the voice whispered again. I don't remember deciding to move, but suddenly I was standing in front of it, my hand reaching out, my mind screaming at me to stop while my body kept going. My fingers touched the door, and it was freezing cold. Then something touched me back from the inside. Not grabbing, not pulling, just resting its fingers against mine. And that's when it hit me. The voice wasn't trying to get out. It was trying to get me in. And the worst part is, I think it worked, because now it doesn't matter where I am. In my room, outside, even surrounded by people, I still hear it, right behind me, whispering my name. And sometimes, in mirrors or windows or the reflection on my phone, I see it standing just behind me, smiling, waiting for me to turn around. I haven't, not yet, but it's getting closer. Every single day, and I don't think it's in the closet anymore. I think it's already out.